Sickle cell disease is a devastating hereditary condition that affects millions of people across the globe, particularly those in West as well as Central Africa. Today we seek to better understand more about this particular disease, and on set I'm joined by Eunice Owino, who is the founder of Huru Trust, as well as an advocate for sickle cell warriors. How does one get sickle cell?
So sickle cell disease is a disease that is inherited. So it's a disease where you inherit both genes from your parents. When sickle cell came to Africa or in the country, in the world as a whole, was because of a defense mechanism for malaria. And you could find like our parents are the ones who have that protective gene, because when it came as a defensive mechanism to help our parents not get malaria.
Okay.
But they ended up having a deformed gene, which is called, now I'll go to technical terms, it's called AS. So when a parent who has an AS marry another parent who has an AS, a partner who has an AS, they end up having a probability of a child with SS,
Which is now sickle cell.
Now that is sickle cell.
Alright, now for you as a person, when did you get diagnosed with sickle cell anemia?
I was diagnosed at the age of 8 months.
As a toddler?
Yes. It's when my parents saw that I have these symptoms, like an elder sister that I never saw who had but passed on. So they decided to test me. So after they did the test is when they were told I have sickle cell. So from there, they just started taking care of me. And then growing up, reaching the age of 13, is when now I come to an understanding of what sickle cell is and what I'm suffering from. So from the age of 13, I personally started taking care of myself and understanding the disease more. Yeah.
Let's talk about the symptoms a bit also to better understand what exactly are the symptoms of someone having sickle cell anemia, or what can make someone realize that actually, what I'm feeling and what I'm going through, this could be me having sickle cell.
Some of the symptoms of sickle cell is stress, then there is delayment of growth, then there is fever, then there is jaundice, yellowing of the eyes, and then also there's something called the spleen swelling, like your stomach is swollen. Then we have pain in joints in the both feet and hand. So for babies, you'll always notice that their feet and hand are swollen. But for an adult, they'll just feel pain. Like they'll feel a pain where they can tell you, I'm feeling pain in my hand, especially the joints. Because that time you'll find that the sickling cells have gone and stuck at the joints. That's why they're feeling pain, and that pain is what we call a sickle cell crisis. Yes.
When you talk about crisis, is it just specific to the pain on the joints, or that is holistic?
Crisis is a pain where all the joints are feeling pain, because now that time your body is lacking oxygen, because now the sickling cells have gone blocked all the joints. So there's no enough oxygen supply in your body. There's no enough blood supply in your body. And then that time you get you end up having difficulty in breathing. You can't breathe easily because now everywhere is blocked. So it's you can imagine like this, the sickling cells being stuck at the joints is like having a traffic jam. Stuck, you have nowhere to go. So for you to be able to ease that flow of traffic, so that you can be able now to be able to breathe, to be able to the oxygens to continue passing by, and also the blood flowing, it's where now you need to be rushed to hospital. You need to be hydrated. You need to be given a pain medication to help ease all the muscles, so that they can now start helping the veins to start the cells to move. So once they start moving, then the pain ends. Yeah. So it's a pain where it's like somebody is cutting you with a.
That's how deep the pain is.
Yes, that's how deep it is.
Does that mean that there's some specific foods that someone having sickle cell needs to eat? Or anything?
Not really a special diet, but basically, I'll always say they need to eat foods that will give you blood in your body, that will add iron in your body, so that you're not transfused. So I always tell people, when you feel like crisis is coming, drink plenty of water and also eat a banana, because there's a way banana will give you the energy, and also it will help you fight the pain as it comes.
How important is water?
The triggers of crisis is dehydration. So you need to hydrate all the time. And I always tell people water is your number one medicine. Because personally, I do between 2 to 3 liters a day.
A single day?
Yes.
What is the importance of water?
Importance of water, it makes the sickling cells not to form. So they are always loose.
What about the foods that one needs to avoid? Is there a specific kind of food that one needs to avoid if at all they're having sickle cell?
Yes.
Which are these?
Sodas.
Wow.
Sodas, sausages, smokies. Because they're not adding any value in your body. But those are the things people feel comfortable to eat.
The junk
food. Yeah, because they don't add any value in your body. But you'll prefer to eat that because I'm also a culprit. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but
sickle cell is a very expensive disease, particularly also here in Kenya. What makes it a very expensive disease to treat and deal with?
The drugs are very expensive. One is folic acid, which you have to take every single day of your life. Not that this month I'll take, next month I'll not take. You have to take it every day. Number 2, there's hydroxyurea, which helps you get a fetal hemoglobin.
Is that the most important drug?
That is the most important drug. We call it a wonder drug. Because when you have a fetal hemoglobin always being regenerated in your body every month, that means that the crisis will lower. Then the admissions will also lower. So in a year, you'll find yourself, if you used to be admitted every month, you find yourself will be admitted either once or twice a year. So if we can have the pharmaceutical companies who are making these drugs to just lower the price or just even give us for free, or even our health insurance covers can be able to help us and just give us for free. But our health insurance covers just say it's a pre-existing disease, so some cover, some don't cover.
Now I want to talk about your organization, Uhuru Trust. I know it's all about championing and advocacy for persons with sickle cell, but at least give us a bit of history how this organization came about.
So Uhuru Trust was formed. Basically, it's called Sickle Cell Uhuru Trust. In short, we call it SCAT. So Uhuru just means freedom, because I believe that when you have that freedom as an individual who is living with sickle cell, then you'll be able to achieve what you want to achieve. What is your passion? Why did God create you? What were you created to do? Because if you answer these questions as a person, then you'll stop the pity party of see, I have sickle cell, I was told it's a death sentence. So you remove the don'ts and you do the do's. Because if you focus a lot on the don'ts, you'll never achieve anything. Because I'll not lie to you, every doctor who, when they diagnose you with sickle cell, they'll tell you you're not supposed to do this. So you'll find the do's are like do not.
You take center stage in someone's life.
Yes. So I always tell people, when you're told do not do this, then what can you do?
We focus on that now.
Focus on what you can do. Because I'll not lie to you, majority of sickle cell patients are very bright. They are very intelligent. They might miss school because of sickness, but when they come back, they are always top 10. Always. And it's something I can't explain, but it's always there. So it's a place of them trying to really also get their place in the society. And also the place of employment. Because of you getting sick every week or every month, the employer will feel like you're wasting their money, you're wasting their resources. And you'll find that you can't maintain a job. And it's not because of you doing, but it's because of you being sick. Some do understand. Some employers do understand. Some don't. So the reason why Uhuru Trust was formed was just to help, especially the adults who are looking for something to do and somewhere to go. But at the end of the day, we can't only support adults. Now we find young children who their parents just found out they're diagnosed, or they're telling you they were told, they haven't even done the test. So from there you start encouraging them, because also we do a lot of psychosocial support, and also we do support groups every month. And then also we partner with different people just to come in and support us in terms of doing training, especially for the youth. Because I came to discover that a lot of the youth are neglected, because you'll find this child will be under their parents until a certain age. When they reach adulthood, they'll be left out. And then also because of being forced, that when you reach 13 years, you need now to see as a physician instead of seeing a pediatrician. We always use a lot of adults for
now
that.
because you've known.
Yeah, now they have entered into teenage, so they feel like I'm comfortable speaking to my pediatrician, but here you're being pushed that you need to speak to a physician. So you find that it becomes a bit hard for them to just be confident to speak like that. So majority will stop coming to clinics. Then now when they get sick is when now you start getting them back again. So those are the systems you're trying to put in place. Like, how do we get them when they need to transition from pediatrician now to teenagehood and then now to adulthood? So by the time they're reaching an adult, they even understand how to take care of themselves, knowing that coming to clinics is important, doing the support groups is important, and then seeing other people who have walked before you. When you see somebody who is older than you, you'll say that yes, one day I'll reach there.
And also at least that makes you feel confident, and that's the way with all this perspective of age limit, that when you get to a certain age, that's it.
No, it's a lie.
At what point do we say someone has been late diagnosed with this condition or disease?
Because we don't have a system of always doing a genotype test in Kenya. So if we can put a genotype test like the first priority, then we'll know a lot of babies, especially for newborns. Then we'll have early diagnosis. But you'll find this person, they've lived all their lives, and all the time they're sick, they're treated for malaria. Because the symptoms of sickle cell looks like malaria. Pain, chest pains, pain in the hands, joint pains, which are the signs of malaria, fever, high fever. That is what you'll always be treated for, unless they do a genotype test. But also because people don't want also to be associated with sickle cell. Also, sickle cell is witchcraft. You are cursed. So because of lack of education and lack of awareness, because they don't know. But if they know, then they'll say, oh yeah, I think so, we need to do a test. Then that's possible, then you can save this children's life. Because it's hurting that in Kenya, the majority of children will see their birthday by the time they're reaching 5. Because if they don't get proper diagnosis, majority will die. Because you can't be treating them of malaria all the time.
Now, finally, as you conclude, Eunice, what would be your message, probably to different stakeholders, to the government, and also where people can find you, probably on social media, or even find this organization? Also, what kind of help would you like to get?
The message for the Ministry of Health is we continue pushing, we continue getting more donors to come in and support sickle cell, because from 2013 is when I can say the research of sickle cell has been massive than never before in the entire world, not even in Kenya alone. And then also we need to push ourselves as Kenyans and just do something different the way Nigerians are doing. The Nigerians are doing now bone marrow transplant, something that only used to happen in India. So if we can also train our doctors and just make sure that our healthcare system and our healthcare workers can understand the people living with sickle cell, because that is where the primary education starts and also primary care starts. Then also I'm urging people just come in, support any child who has sickle cell and they can't, because what my program is all about is to do empowerment and also educate them, and also just show them how to support each other. Because doing support groups, you learn from each other, and also you know what another person is suffering from. Because what you may be suffering from right now is something I suffered from some years back, and there's a way I overcame it, and that's why I am the way I am right now. And then also, you can reach us on our social media handles. We are at Scat Kenya on Twitter, and then Facebook we are Sickle Cell Immune Trust. Then our website is www.scat.co.ke. I'll share the links with you, and then also always reach out. We're always there to help. So come through for the next 2 clinics as well. We wait and see who else is willing to partner with us to continue. And then also, if you have a place in your organization and you want to employ somebody living with sickle cell, you're welcome. If you want to adopt them, because I have a project where I say adopt a sickle cell warrior, where you will pay for their NHIF for the whole year and you support them too.